Welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are live for Real España versus Sporting San Miguelito, CONCACAF Central American Cup 2025, Group B, Match Day 5. Real España contra Sporting San Miguelito, la Copa Centroamericana de la CONCACAF, Grupo B, Fase Grupos, Jornada 5, España in yellow, Miguelito in white and blue. We are ready to go. It is not. And we're off 14 seconds in, but 0-0, 0-0. Starting 11s are as follows. Herediano and Municipal is kicked off as well. Let's not forget about that. We are on. They are on. They are at 26:34. All right, so seconds behind. With that being said, we are underway when it comes to this match. Starting 11 is as follows for España. Referee is Filiberto Martinez. Here's starting 11s. Luis Lopez in goal. Back five, Nunez, Garcia, Jean-Baptiste, Aparicio Flores, Vuelto, Benavides, Cruz, Souza, and Moya up top for España. Real España. Sporting San Miguelito. We have Dillon in goal. The back four of Tello, Alba, Sedano, Galvan. The midfield three of Jaén. Is that a Jaén? We'll go with it. Armando Cooper, former Toronto FC player. Valencia, the front three of Betancourt, De Leon, and Ruiz. And we are underway. But we have a former Toronto player playing in this game. That would be Armando Cooper. 0-0, 0-0. Also, the standings as we stand. With this draw, España would be eliminated. Herediano would be eliminated with their draw. Dillon had already eliminated 4 points. San Miguelito first with 8 points. Municipal second with 6. Real España needs a win and a goal differential swing of 3 to advance with a Herediano Municipal draw. They need a draw in this other game, Herediano Municipal, to advance. But very likely it's going to be Municipal and San Miguelito advancing. But Real España still could advance, and they're hosting this game, so that's the good news for them. With that being said, we have the Herediano Municipal game on the other screen on the computer. So we're basically watching both at one time and reviewing the Real España game once it's over. Unless it's boring as hell. But I might not review it if it's boring as hell. But this is the final game, the final 2 games of the group stage of the Central American Cup. We have 2:49, 2:57. They're a couple of seconds behind over in Costa Rica. 0-0, settle. Our second match of the night, our review hour of the night, if I choose to. But we'll be off tomorrow, besides the prediction video, and I'll make my streams for the weekend. The 5 streams for the weekend I will have made by tomorrow night. Playing forward. Here comes Herediano, and they lose their positioning. How we doing, Nestor? But the cool part about the Miguelito versus Real España game is there's a former Toronto FC player, Armando Cooper, playing for Miguelito, which is cool. Streets won't forget Armando Cooper. Four minutes in. Playing forward. Still 0-0. I wish. Do I deserve it? Yes. Is it going to take a while if it ever does happen? Which it should, but, you know, I deserve 1 million subs, but if we all have what we deserve, we'd have a more fair nation, won't we? I have no idea what I would do if I hit 1 million subs. I have no idea what I would do. Playing forward, 5th minute. I have no idea what I would do. It's going to take a long time to get there. Honestly, it was always going to be tough, I think. Let me be honest, I think it was always going to be tough. But either way, especially with the niche I'm at, you know, it was always going to be tough. But playing forward, blocked away. The World Cup better really chip away at it. Let's be honest. If I'm ever going to get there, the World Cup better chip away at it. Good. I'm glad you're home safe. Dude, I'm 25. You think, dude, I mean, I pray to God that I can, but 1 million subs by 30. Dude, I have 4.2 years to get there. If you want to say by my 30th birthday, if you want to say by the end of my by the time I turn 31, 5.2 years to get there. It's probably more likely if I'm being honest, I'd probably ballpark it that it's more likely that I get married before 30 instead of getting 1 million subs. Seven minutes on both games. I'd say it's more likely I get married before 30 instead of the 1 million subs, or at least by the end of my 30th year. And that's a goal for Real España. 1-0, 1-0. Goal. Goal, Real España, 1-0. That's one. Goal 4. Garcia scores the header off the corner. Boom. Ball played into the box, the free kick, I should say, but similar to a corner. Garcia heads it, beats the keeper, 1-0, 1-0. So what does that do? Real España, with a -1 goal differential, is now 3rd place. They need 2 more goals. Devron Garcia with a goal. 1 to make it 0, 1 to make it 1. And honestly, the good news is they have more goals scored than Municipal. So all they have to do is make themselves get to a +1 goal differential, and España would advance. As long as Municipal draws or loses by 1. If they lose by 1, Herediano would be at 6 points, but behind España. So far, things are going well. Devron Garcia gets the first goal. They need 2 more. Or 1, and hope that Herediano wins by 1. That could work. You need to be equal to España needs to be equal to the goal differential of Municipal because they have more goals scored. So if Herediano were to win by 1, it would be a 2-goal win for Real España that would put them through. So, no. I do. For me, I do football picks every week. college football and NFL. College football I do on the ESPN app, and I do the ESPN app NFL picks, as well as I print out a piece of paper and just mark the game that I picked, which once the NFL season starts, if I'm live on Thursday night before the week starts, I'll show my picks as I did last year. If I'm not live, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll post them. I don't know. I think I'm going to let everybody see my picks every week. And college-wise, since I'm doing them on the ESPN app, no matter what this year, it is just those 10 games. I don't play fantasy football, though. Now, I do play MLS fantasy, but we're talking about gridiron. I don't play a whole season of fantasy football, no. I think the only whole season fantasy I played was like 1 year fantasy baseball on Yahoo. I don't really like playing fantasy football, really. It's too much work. Now, I will say, if I had like one of those like DraftKings weekly fantasy accounts or like something like that, I would. My dad played those a couple of times back in like the 2010s before it was like really cool. But weekly, daily fantasy, I could see myself playing that. But like playing a full season, nah, I don't. I'd rather do pick'ems or just bet in general. Which is kind of why, I do MLS fantasy, because it's a weekly thing. But, I mean, it's sad to see that if the doctors treated him horribly, that's sad. But it depends. But I hope it's not. I could see that. I could see his family being very hurt if it was. It makes it worse. So I hope it's not, for his family's sake. Well, I mean, it would be more of a just because, but you'll see. You'll see. We have ideas. We have ideas, but the time, let me just put it like this. The time where this background is running short very quickly. As you know. You'll see, though. I've been talking about ideas. I've been running through ideas in the back of my mind. So, well, you'll see. You'll see what things look like soon, I would say. But I can't totally confirm anything, but there will be a different background by the World Cup for sure. If not by the end of the season. Like the rest of this season probably will be. But there might be a background in between. I'm not too sure. There might be a background in between what I will do for the World Cup. Same area, I will say. But I will not confirm anything yet. Except the time with this room, the time where you're watching me in this room is running out very quickly. But you knew that already. Hell, it's probably lasted a little bit longer than it should have, so to speak, because of outside circumstances. But yeah. So. You mean 6? Okay. Damn, anybody who's doing that league with you are a bunch of idiots, I guess. Jeez. They don't know ball, I guess. See, that's the less fun part, Or that sucks. Like, if you want to win, you put yourself up against people who don't know ball, and then you sort of just stomp them out, or you play, I don't know. I'd rather just bet or do weekly fantasy. But either way. So I will say this. there will be a different look. I would say there will be a different look to my videos by the end of the season. Like we won't even have the rest of the season here, in theory, I think. There will be a point where it turns during the fall. I would say. There will be a portion of the rest of this season that has a different background that probably leads into next season. Or a interim background that leads to a new background in the same area next season. So, but, or it could just be the same background. Either way. So the thing that kind of sucks is, are you doing CONCACAF qualifiers? Yes. The thing that kind of sucks is there's not really a cutoff, but you can't really, that's life. Sometimes it doesn't go the perfect way. It's like maybe the last month and a half to 2 months of this season, depending. Playing forward 1-0 for Real España. So there will be, I would believe there'd be a different background. Now, again, nothing confirmed. Nothing confirmed. I will confirm when I can confirm. But I'm just going off what I will confirm when I can. The confirmation should be soon, but in theory, no, I'm not meaning to, unless it's just, 17th minute, 1-0. Herediano Municipal is still 0-0. España needs 2 more goals if this stays a draw to advance. They could do it. Either way. Over the top, header cleared away. It's cool, bro. I didn't mean to do it, but I guess maybe just the lighting makes it look bad. I don't know. Player down hurt. Herediano Municipal game. Playing forward. That's going to go out for 1-0. It is 1-0 for Real España. Where is Hans, by the way? I'm doing his favorite Central American team, and he's not here. Ay, ay, ay. Where is you, man? They can still advance. It's not like they can't. They can. Player down hurt for Municipal. Playing forward. Would you rather see Montreal win the Europa League, see Toronto? Well, that's impossible unless you're playing FIFA Mobile, or FIFA. But Conference League. Conference League. Playing forward. 20th minute. Doesn't Gio Reyno's move. I mean, I'm happy for him. I think he needed a move like that. And he's still in Germany, playing with Mönchengladbach. I think it's a good move. And I think he'll get a chance there. I don't think it ever was going to work out for him at Dortmund, and he needed a change of scenery. And honestly, I think Mönchengladbach is a better move. Like, I don't know if Parma would have been the best move. I'm going to be honest. And I have all the respect in the world for Serie A. I love Serie A, Italian football. I don't think it would have fit him. I'm not saying he's totally washed up, but if they say his problem, I don't have a... Because, I mean, that's where a logo is supposed to be, and I would rather it be me than the StreamYard logo. Because I don't have a logo, per se. Maybe I could throw a scoreboard up there. I don't know. But again, if I had After Effects or something, maybe I could throw a scoreboard up there that's stream effects or whatever. That'd probably be a good idea, I guess. Save! Goal! Herediano scores a free kick. It's 1-0 over in Costa Rica, which means Municipal, or actually... Herediano, España is a goal away from being above Herediano, but they need to score. But here's the thing. Herediano's goal differential, they have more goals scored than España. So Real España still has to score a goal just to go above Herediano and be above both Municipal and Herediano. Wait, why are they second, though? But there's still a -1 goal differential. That makes no sense. 22. I mean, I'm not good at math, but that don't make no sense. You don't use OBS. I just use StreamYard, so. I do these streams on my phone. I do StreamYard off my phone. I don't. I just use StreamYard. So, no extra OBS or anything, no. $23.20. Or, yeah, it is $23.20. 1-0 for Herediano. Oh, what a save! What a save! But Sporting San Miguelito, no matter what, with this loss, they'd still advance in first place. Yeah, exactly. But Gio Reyno's more of an attacking mid, so that's sort of his situation. If he was more of a defensive mid or a box-to-box or a defender, I'd be like, yeah, sure. But attacking mid, wing, no. Going to Italy probably wouldn't be the best for him, even if he had playing time. Because Pochettino really cares about that. Turns out Pochettino really cares about playing time. He doesn't care where you get it, just get it. If you've seen the way he's picked rosters. Save for the Gold Cup, but you get my point. Herediano would be advancing as we speak because reasons. They have 7 goals for with a -1 goal differential. Municipal has 4 goals for with a 0 goal differential, which you would think that means Municipal would, they have 5 points. Oh, got it. Okay, I didn't even look at the points. No. Okay, so Municipal only have 5 points. That's why they're 4th. España and Herediano are tied on 6, but Herediano has more goals scored than Real España. So as we speak, España has to score a goal as of now. And if Herediano scores another, they have to score another. So far, he's a flop. So far. Could have easily had a second goal, but it got saved. 1-0, 1-0, dos partidos. Herediano, líder contra Municipal. Real España, líder contra Sporting San Miguelito. And honestly, Real España has been going for it all night long. They've been the better team. They're hosting the game. They're the stronger side. Not too surprised, all things considered. Free kick for Herediano once again. Playing forward. Real España attacking. Ball crossed in. That's going to be a corner. Corner for Real España. 1-0. Well, here's the free kick. They feint it. Got told to stop by the ref. Corner for Real España. Over the top. That's going out for a goal kick for Municipal. Ball crossed in. Real España have a chance. Header brought down. They pick up the ball. Go down in the box. Penalty. Penalty para Real España. Ooh. And there's no VAR, so if it counts, it counts. If they call it, it's called. Penalty, Real España. 27 minutes in. Penal para Real España. Ooh. Goes down. 2 players went down the box, and it's a penalty. Penalty. If they score, they're the team who's advancing as we speak. Oh, how crazy is this one going to get? This one could go off the rails. Yes, my friends. Moya to take the penalty. Oh, damn. I almost forgot. Devron Garcia scored the 8th minute. I knew I was forgetting some. There we go. Here's the penalty for Moya. Can he put Real España above? And it's in! Off the hands and in! Horrible penalty, but the gods smile upon Real España. 2-0, 2-0. Oh my God. Worst penalty I've ever seen, but it still somehow goes in. Off the hands and in. Down the middle. He damn near screwed that up. Oh my God. But as we speak, Real España leads Herediano with a 0-goal differential and 6 points. 6 goals for and a 0-goal differential. Moya. Dear God, what a horrible penalty. Off the feet, I should say. It was off the feet and in. I don't know, maybe. 29th minute. So, Moya scores the penalty. He takes a shot down the middle and through his legs, which that makes a lot more sense. Makes a lot more sense. Makes a lot more sense. But it's 2-0, 2-0. Makes a lot more sense. España ahead of Herediano. Moya scores the penalty. Brian Moya. Horrible penalty, but okay. 29th minute, 2-0, 2-0. España will advance to the next round as it stands. Yeah, they signed Eloy Jimenez to a minor league deal, yeah. Which, that's an okay move. I don't know if that's more of a next year thing or he'll get up there this year and do something during the playoffs, but we'll find out. Wow, what a roller coaster so far. Herediano are a goal away if they make it 2-0. If Real España makes it 3, then Herediano has to score 2. Or hope Sporting San Miguelito puts one away against Real España. You need all the goals you can get. This is about to be a damn goal fest. The team advances who scores more goals. Unless Municipal comes back and wins. Ooh. Clear it. Top of the box. Shot. Ooh. Now, let me just look at this. Municipal 5, 6, 7. If they win, Real España and Herediano are both out. Well, of course, Herediano is. They're playing them. But Real España can only pick up 6 points. So you got to hope for a draw or just hope it stays the way it is over there. Or get another goal. Here's a chance. Here's a shot. Goal! Real España! Top of the box and slots it past. 3-0, 3-0. Another goal. And it's 1-1 between Herediano and Municipal. Well, España needed that goal. Let's be totally clear. As we speak, España is still above Municipal. Silva with a goal. At the moment, Municipal scores the equalizer. The goal differential and the goals for of España keeps them above Municipal with that goal. Ball crossed in, top of the box, right to Silva. And he slots it home. Perfect timing. Municipal had a chance. Slides it in. Oh, it's Cruz. My bad. Nixon Cruz. I don't know where. This font sucks. So small. Cruz scores in the 2 minutes after 32, 3 minutes. 32 minutes. Ball crossed to him, and he gets to the top of the box and slots it to the near post. 3-0, 3-0. And as we speak, even with that equalizer by Municipal, España will advance, and they put it wide. 3-0. They put it wide, but it's still 3-0. Nixon Cruz. Well, let me tell you something. España needed him more than ever. Huh. Interesting to see how this game is going. 34th minute. Now, if you're España, you need more goals. 1-1. 1-1, 3-0, 1-1, 3-0. As it stands, playing forward. Can Herediano hold on to a draw, or will they throw España under the bus? That's pretty much their job now is, well, if they win, no, España would still advance. But if Herediano loses, España gets thrown under the bus. Municipal would have 7 points. So. Cross in, headed away. What a roller coaster so far. Cruz scores. Moya, Cruz, Garcia. Playing forward. Here comes Real España. Could they get a fourth? Foul. Should it be? They play advantage. Top of the box. Shot. Save. Blocked for sure. Real España still on the ball. 3-0. So halfway through, almost less than 10 minutes to halftime on both ends, Real España would advance out of second place. Sporting San Miguelito, here's the good news. Even if they lose, they'll advance. Well, if this holds, if these scores hold. But even then, they would still advance because nobody could get 7 points besides Municipal. So they would still advance, just where? What position? If Municipal were to win. That's the good news. That's the good news. The bad news, they're losing bad. Headed away. Cleared away. Over the top. Real España still have the ball. Top of the box. Could this be number 4? Saved! Shot save. They have to win by 3, Real España, at the very least. Getting a fourth would have been very nice. Would have been very nice if they got it. But if Municipal draws or loses. Well, actually, if they lose, they have a little bit more room for error, I should say. That's the good news. But that third goal, the third goal they scored as soon as Municipal scored their equalizer was the goal that's kept them ahead of Municipal. They needed that third goal. Cruz gave it to them, and as of now, they're still sitting second with more because they have higher goal for than Municipal. If Municipal were to win their match, they would be above San Miguelito. San Miguelito would be second place because they have a 0 goal differential. But they can't drop lower than that. That's the good news. Thanks to getting their ass kicked right now, I should say, by the way. Just to be clear. 3-0, 1-1. Thirty-ninth minute. Ooh. 5 minutes plus stoppage time left in both halves, or the first half of both these games. The final match day of the group stage of this tournament. Central American Cup, I should say. Caribbean Cup, of course, still has 3 match days of the group stage left because they have a semifinal, no quarterfinals. So I guess they start, 3 weeks earlier or 3 weeks later or some stuff. So, yeah, we'll know the Leagues Cup. Well, we know through the Leagues Cup who's going on to the CONCACAF Champions Cup through the Leagues Cup except the third-place team. Way before we even know who goes through because of Central American Cup and Caribbean Cup. But there you go. Which is crazy considering it's the same ecosystem. But Lopez. It's funny, though, how the Leagues Cup, well, 18 teams per league, still has more teams than both tournaments and still finishes before them. It's crazy. Even without the league stoppage, the MLS and Liga MX stoppage. Well, they still did during the group stage, but either way. It's kind of crazy, though, ain't it? If you think about it, it's still kind of crazy. 41st minute. Municipal. Central American Cup only has 20 teams. It takes till December. Caribbean Cup takes till December. It only has 10 teams, but it starts 3 weeks after the Central American Cup does. So, there you go. Playing forward. Ready on a 1-1 Municipal. Yeah, we're watching. We're paying attention. Playing forward, 43rd minute. Here comes Real España. Could they get a fourth? That'd be really good if they did. Just to make sure. Not really to save them from not getting eliminated, more to save them for if there's a goal by Sporting. They have that buffer. Shot over the bar, 43rd minute. It's going to get crazy. It has gotten crazy, I should say. Damn good final day, eh? It is 3-0 for Real España. They can advance. They are advancing as we speak. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. We'll review the game once it's over, of course. Header. Or whatever. 44th minute. Tackled. This is what you want when it comes to a final match day of a group stage. Nuts. Well, football that's nuts, I should say. A roller coaster. Yeah, that was... Okay, yeah, that did not end well. that was not going to end well. I guess I'm thinking of boiled peanuts. No jokes. No joke. Boiled peanuts are amazing. Haven't had any in a freaking long time. I don't know if they be homemade or just from the can, but man. You could say, Ryan, you should have ate some in Mississippi. I ain't eating freaking nothing from a gas station that ain't in a bag. You're out of your mind. 45th minute. But it's the same ones that are in the freaking the can. It's a gas station. Playing forward, 45th minute, corner kick. Corner kick for Sporting. 2 minutes of stoppage time. How many do we have over here? 3. So we take a break after 3. All right. Well, basically, even if it's a free kick, it's basically a corner. Playing forward, Herediano has the ball, nothing there. Here's the free kick for Sporting. The ones who played Miami back in February, by the way, just to be clear. Cross in. Horrible free kick. That's out for a goal kick. 1 minute to go. Stoppage time. Well, you would think. But either way. Look. Playing forward. Seconds to go. 47th minute. That's no penalty. Come on, man. He spun out like a damn Ferrari at a freaking corner. That ain't no penalty, sir. He turned into me. Halftime, 3-0 for Real España. 3-0 medio tiempo. Real España contra Sporting San Miguelito. Last minute of the half, 1-1. As we speak, Real España, they are sitting second. Let's see what happens on the other end. 3 goals. Garcia Moya Cruz. They have enough to go through as long as this stays a draw. If Herediano wins, they would still have enough to go through. But they have a lot more wiggle room if they score a 4th goal or Herediano wins the game. Free kick for Herediano, 45 plus 3 minutes. We'll take our break for halftime after this free kick. I'm sure halftime will be called. I'm sure. Over the top. Header. When will the final halftime whistle be blown? Halftime! 1-1, 1-1. Medio tiempo, Herediano contra Municipal. Herediano 1, Municipal 1. Halftime. Real España will advance with Miguelito if this holds. I'm pretty damn sure. Yeah, I'll agree with that. 1-1, which means the standings, Miguelito sitting first with 7. Real España sitting second with 6 plus 1 goal differential with 7 goals for. Municipal third plus 1 goal differential, 6 points, 5 goals for. Dillon, they already played 4 matches. They knew they were out because they were done. Herediano, 5th place, 4 points. They would have 6 points, but a -2 goal differential if they were to win, which means there's a lot more wiggle room for Real España if Herediano were to win this match. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight. We have Herediano drawing Municipal, which means Real España would advance if that stands. Short break. 3-0, 3-0, 1-1, 1-1, medio tiempo, 2 partidos. We're back for the stats at the half. Yeah, it's sad to see. It's going to be the end of an era. Honestly, see if I watch it. Or I should say, see if I watch it live for the state game plays. Which will be live for. With that being said, stats of the half are as follows. We have 41% possession to 59% possession. We have 7 interceptions to 1, 0 offside to 2, 2 corners 1 to 4, 143 passes to 209, 78% pass accuracy to 83% pass accuracy. We have 8 crosses to 9. 3 goals to 0, 12 shots to 9, 8 shots on goal to 1. We have 67% shooting accuracy to 11%. That's bad. 13 tackles to 10, 15 clearances to 5, 4 fouls to 5, 2 yellow cards to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 3-0, 3-0 middle tiempo. Real España is the better team. They knew they had to score goals on goals on goals. They knew they had to advance. And they've done that. They've done their part now, at least tonight. Now, the bad part is Municipal wins, they're eliminated. If Herediano wins, Real España should advance with as many goals as they scored. A draw, they would advance. So they just don't want Municipal to win at this point. But Real España has done their part. But they shouldn't let up now. They can't let up now. If they let up now, they're in trouble. If they let up now, they're in trouble. They cannot let up now. They cannot let up now. They cannot let up now. So that's where we are. But 45 more minutes of this Central American Cup group stage. Over 2 matches, of course, 45 minutes each. But we'll see how the second half goes. Can Herediano hold on or win over Municipal? And can España get more goals? Because that's pretty much what they should do. Second half. Second half, here we go. Second half, here we go. We will begin. Here we go, second half. We will begin. This one will kick off just a little bit before this one, within a minute of each other. If you remember how the first halves ended. And here we go. España to kick off the second half. Can they continue their momentum? It would be sad if they couldn't. It would be sad if they couldn't. And we're off in Honduras for the first match of the two. Herediano and Municipal will kick off their second half shortly, about 46 minutes of the Real España game. Playing forward. No substitutions on the Real España side. Well, wait, yeah. Sporting San Miguelito made some substitutions, though. There are substitutions for Herediano. De Leon still in goal for Sporting. Galvan Sedano, Albatello, still the same back four. Jain, Cooper, Valencia, Ruiz, Cox, Betancourt. Venezuela is Valencia. And here we go. The second half to begin on the other side. Let's go, Real. Well, right now they're leading and advancing as we speak. 3-0, and they're advancing out of the group as we speak. So let's hope they keep pushing it. It's just chaos. Is Group B the group of death? It's just chaos. I mean, I guess it was. It went to the final day, and it was pretty nuts. I guess that's, if you want to call it that way. Playing forward, Sporting San Miguelito quickly going forward. Playing forward, header. And they've begun over in Costa Rica as well, the second half. Possible that their second half ends after Real España's, which that would be crazy. If it still stands the same way over both games up until stoppage time. And no penalty. He goes down at the top of the box, and there's no VAR to call it. So even if there was, we don't know. Playing forward. Can Real España get another goal? They start off pulling off the gas a little bit. Can't do that. Especially if it stays 1-1. You have to have a 3-goal win in that case. Now, if Herediano ends up winning, you have a little bit more wiggle room to mess with. If you won 3-1, you'd still advance in that case. But right now, you have to have a 3-goal win. And, oh boy, they definitely started to not look good about it. Playing forward, Real España. Let's see. Playing forward. They have the ball. 48th minute, 47th minute. We will review this game once it's over. Oh, it's been one to review. Trust me. Playing forward. Oh, this might be one for Sporting. Lost the ball. Ball crossed in, top of the box. Good tackle for a corner. You kind of had to. 49th minute. Picked up. Corner for Sporting San Miguelito. If they score, means Real España would have to score again. Maybe they need that slap to the face the way they've started this half. Maybe they do. I won't lie. Maybe they do. The way they've started this half, they probably need a slap to the face. Cleared away. Top of the box shot. That'll be a free kick for Real España. First half was amazing. Second half, not so much so far. '51st minute. '51st minute, 49th. Playing forward. Out for a throw. So far, Real España's got to stop just sitting up against the wall. It's not too pretty. Playing forward. Oh, this could be some. Ball crossed in, top of the box. Still, in through. They almost had some there, but that's a throw in for Real España. Good for them. Man, I wonder where Hans is. This would have been amazing for him to watch. This is his favorite Central American team, and still 1-1, Herediano Municipal. So right now, Real España would still advance with these two results, but they're definitely trying to see this game out with a lead that they have and hope that that holds. They're doing their part, but they're definitely walking on thin ice on their end. I mean, you really can't do anything about what's happening over there in Costa Rica, but on your end, if you're Real España, they're definitely walking on thin ice. I'm not saying Sporting's close to a goal, but it's definitely not as dominant as Real España was in the first half. Playing forward, they definitely were more dominant throughout the first half because they know they needed the goals and they had an opening to get them. Here comes Municipal. Here's a chance. Shot save. What a save. What a save. Good steal from Herediano. Almost did Real España have their fate taken out of their hands right there. Luckily, Herediano made a save on that. 54th minute. Playing forward. Here comes Real España. Goes down. Free kick. Free kick for Real. Playing forward is Herediano. Loses the ball. Free kick for Real España. Interesting. Over the top. Ball crossed in. Damn, what a good save. Header. Oh, nope. Caught. It was caught. But Real España gets back on the ball. They will advance as it stands, but Municipal's pushing as well. If they win, there's nobody who get to 7 points, but Sporting, who's already there, even with this loss. So, headed on. Good clearance by Herediano. As of now, everything's going España's way, but it's getting a bit shaky on both ends. But, I mean, of course, one end they can't control. Foul? No foul. Okay. Herediano clears. Out for a throw for Municipal. Sporting on the ball, 55th minute. Playing forward. Armando Cooper plays it forward. Former Toronto FC player Armando Cooper, but there's a save for Luis Lopez. It's not like I'm surprised Armando Cooper's still playing, but it's cool to see he's still playing. You know? Yeah. He was on the freaking MLS Cup winning squad. I mean, come on. Damn good player. 61-6. Holy Lord. Mizzou won 61-6. Holy Lord. Playing forward. Man, Armando Cooper had a chance there. Still 1-1. 1-1. 3-0. Minutes to go on both ends. Still standing for Real España to advance as it goes, but the time keeps ticking. That's the good news. Time keeps ticking with them in the spot to advance. That's the good news. The bad news is any little thing could change it. Playing forward. Here's a chance. Real España takes a shot, ball crossed, and nobody's there. The FU, also known as the attitude adjustment. I'd rather call it the FU, but, you know, I'd rather call it that. But either way, shot over the bar. The attitude adjustment. Substitution. What the hell happened to the camera? Yeah, it's them, not me. I'd be scared if I had double vision like that. Okay, there we go. They fixed it. I was like, oh no. CONCACAF's cameras on the freaking Herediano match almost made me think I had double vision. Playing forward. I don't even. Either way, 59th minute. Honestly, I don't know it by memory. Sol Rukas. I don't even know it by memory. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, most NXT shows are on Tuesdays, and I got stuff to watch on Tuesday normally. So, 60th minute. I could look it up, but... '60th minute, 30 minutes to go, just about under 30 minutes, or over, I should say. Giron and Nino coming in for Sporting. Shot wide. Ooh, goal kick. Oh, it's getting close. 60th minute. Here comes Real España into the box. Loses the ball. Tackle. Ball gets cleared. Herediano, 30 minutes away from hopefully not stabbing Real España in the back. Past the post, goal kick. Oh. Goes down. Free kick for Real España. Real España 28 minutes away plus stoppage time with a tie. Or with a lead or advancement if they lead by 3. Things are getting a bit too close. So, interesting is all I'm saying. It's not as crazy it was the first half. That was a roller coaster on both ends. But now it's just what happens before the sands run through the hourglass. So are the days. That looked like me on FIFA Mobile right there. Trying to keep a shot alive and then just falling on your ass trying to slide forward, like get under it or whatever. That looked familiar. 63rd minute. Goes down. Nope. Advantage. Oh, this could be bad. Caught by the goalie there, offside, but it's a goal kick anyway. Throw in for Sporting, but Maya's coming on for Real España. I think he's damn near done. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised I ain't heard a thing about him. I'm not surprised, really. I mean, I think he knows that, I mean, he got bought out. He's got the damn money. He don't want to play football. I think he really went to Toronto for the freaking paycheck. He knew what he was doing. And no Saudi club wants his ass. They're not that desperate. They're not that desperate. Leagues Cup 23. That was horrible. And I think the way it was, Toronto played Miami in the knockout phase. Yeah, no, I should have just went with the Miami story. But I didn't. So, yeah, Leagues Cup 23 was bad. That was bad. That was bad. 65th minute. 3-0, 3-0. 1-1, 1-1, 64th minute. Real España would advance as it stands. The Sands are running through the hourglass. Free kick for Sporting. Cross in, saved. Playing forward cross. Oh, Lord. Good clearance. That almost got all the way through. I saw it. I'm not surprised. And frankly, I don't think he should be called up for the Canadian men's national team. The man's washed up. He's done. I'm sorry. He's cooked. Oso is cooked. I'm sorry. He's done. God love him. I'm happy for what he did. Penalty for Herediano. Wait. Penalty for Herediano. Yes. Yes, it is. Penalty for Herediano. Ruiz on for Henriks, or Henriks on for Ruiz in the Sporting. But I don't think Oso should have made it. I'm glad he didn't. He should not have made it. I know it's friendlies, but no. Like saying they robbed him last night, sure, but I still disagree. But 2023, no, that was an ass kicking. Do you think Corbianu should have been called up? Would have been nice to see it, considering it's a friendly, you know. I mean, would have been nice. But I think Canada knows their squad for the World Cup. So it was going to be an outside shot for him to get there anyway. And Herediano scores off the hands and in. It's 2-1. It is 2-1. More breathing room for Real España. 2-1. Herediano scores the penalty and they lead once again. What that means is Real España, they can allow a goal, and as long as Municipal doesn't come back to tie the game, they would advance even if they were winning 3-1. Now they don't have to win by 3 goals, but you don't want to let them score. But right now, if Municipal were to lose to Herediano, España could allow a goal and they would still advance. So right now they have much more breathing room for now. For now, they have much more breathing room, Real España. Brian Rubio scored the penalty for Herediano, and they have the lead once again. So Real España, much more breathing room. And also, it's getting pretty tight if you're Municipal. It's going to be tough to score 2 goals in about 20-plus minutes with 11v11. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough if you're Municipal. So I think that was, unless some crazy stuff happens on the other end, I think Real España should be good enough to advance to the quarterfinals. Substitution for Al España, 70th minute. So, 70th minute. Tejan's been balling lately. I agree. Throw in for Al España with 20 minutes to go, and it's going to take a miracle for them not to advance. Well, I don't know about a miracle, but they feel like it's a lot closer. Goal! Well, there it is, 2-2. Municipal ties it up with a free kick. Off of the set piece, over the top, the header in. It's 2-2 on that end. The breathing room is gone. The breathing room is gone. Real España has to hold on for dear life once again. And there's so much time left for Municipal to find a winner. Amazing free kick. Amazing header. And now the breathing room. And that goes wide, but it'll be a corner. Corner for Sporting. 71st minute. Ay, ay, ay. Now it's going to get scary once again. It's getting scary once again. Jose Mena keeps Municipal hopes alive. Whether that means Sporting scores or Real España or Municipal takes the win, they have ways. They have ways. Here comes Herediano down the other way. Once header, goal! Speaking of breathing room, it's back. 3-2, Herediano, 3-2. Ball crossed in for Sporting. Header. Nobody there. Header. Shot over the bar. That'll be a goal kick. And right now, we are back to breathing room for Real España. Herediano with a goal. What a header. And they get it right back. Jesus H, man. Palacios on for Vuelto. Jesus H. Jesus H, man. Marcel Hernandez scores the header. 71st minute. Romero on for Moya. 73rd. So now, Real España was still advancing this whole time, but breathing room's much better with how close things are getting. Free kick. That is a good point, though. 73rd minute. Another free kick for Municipal. This is some crazy stuff. This is nuts. 73rd minute. Uruguay was really good at the time. That's out for a goal kick. Here comes Real España. A fourth goal would still be nice. And all that says is that might be all she wrote if they got a fourth. Throw in for Sporting. And if Herediano wins by 2, Herediano wins by 2, that extra goal would be nice. Here's another chance. Herediano! What a save by Municipal. 74th minute. Header. '74th minute. Cross in. Header. throw in. Who do you think Brazil will get eliminated by at the World Cup? We don't even know the draw yet. What's the point of making a prediction? And it's 3-3. Municipal ties it up again. Dear God. They tied it up again. 3-3. Golazo. '75th minute. Throw in for Real España. What a golazo, but what a shot, man. They know they have to win. Municipal, and they're pushing, man. Argentina. Okay, that's a good pick. I say Portugal. Portugal eliminates Brazil. Yellow card for Perez after he scored his goal. As of now, Real España would still advance. But if Municipal scores another goal, '76th minute. Can Herediano get one right back once again? Or will they hold it 3-3? As it stands, Real España would still advance. But again, no more breathing room. Once again, no more breathing room. Herediano's taken the lead 3 times, and they've allowed the goal. They've allowed a goal against 3 times. That's got to suck, man. Playing forward. Here comes Herediano once again. Top of the box. Shot. Past the post. 77th minute, 3-0. You should. I think they will, but good save by the goalie. Free kick or corner for Herediano. Ball played forward. Cross in. Punch down over the bar. No, it's still alive. Man, Municipal keeps punching back, I got to say. Cross in. Header. It's going to go out for a corner. No, it stays alive. Here comes Real España. Doesn't get it. Miami versus Seattle prediction. Wait till tomorrow. Wait, I'm not giving it away. Wait. That's what tomorrow's video is for. Let's predict that game. And the 3rd place. Wait. 78th minute. Playing forward. Do you think the Club World Cup is going to be better than UCL in the future? I mean, I think they're both going to be just as meaningful as each other at some point. Yeah. I don't think one's going to be better than the other. I think that's kind of impossible when one qualifies to the other. Like when the world, or at least for 4 teams, the UCL qualifies to it, the Club World Cup. How's one better than the other? I don't think that would make one better than the other. 79th minute, but that's just my opinion. I think it would be even. I think at some point they will be even. Oh, no. Oh, no. Real España is now under Municipal because they've scored 3 goals. Playing forward. Here's a chance. And there it is. They get the lead 4-0. They get a goal they need Turns out they needed that goal and they get it. Plays it through and they get number 4. 4-0. 4-0. Playing forward, good goal, and that's going to put them through or put them back where they should be. 4-0. '80th minute, 4-0. Real España with the Columbus Crew colors. They've always had those. And that is a goal they needed. 4th goal, Gustavo Sousa scores. And he scores the one that might have just put them through. Once again. That is the 80th minute. They needed that goal. 4-0, 4-0. They needed that goal. They can't allow any more. Well, they can't allow any. Now, because they have 8 goals for, plus 2 goal differential. They beat them. That's why they were ahead of them. Cruz down, hurt. Now, if Municipal wins, they're still advancing. But as of now, even with this draw, that extra goal, 4-0, they needed it. The goal scoring numbers, well, I should say, they all were equal on goals for and goals against and goal differential. Real España got beat by Municipal, so that meant if they didn't score that 4th goal, they would have been out. If this game held. 83rd minute, 81 minutes. No, it would be weird. I don't exactly like the idea of that. They've always played the Scottish ecosystem, where that be the Scottish Prem, the Scottish Cup. No. Nino gets a yellow card. Municipal, that ball's out for a throw-in for Herediano. 83rd minute, ball crossed in. Header goes down. Yeah, but again, Welsh clubs like Wrexham, Swansea, and Cardiff have always been in the English League ecosystem instead of the Welsh. Northern Irish clubs, I don't think. No, they haven't. I don't think so, at least. If I could think of it, I don't think there are any Northern Irish clubs that do what Wales does. And Scotland is a home nation as well. Whether you think Scotland should be in Great Britain or not, it is a home nation. So whether you think they should have independence or not. And what a save there. Out for a goal kick. Hurtado on for Galvan. So, no. Unless they chose it at first, they can't change now. 84th minute for the Real España game. So very likely this Municipal Herediano game is going to end after this one. So very likely so, I would say. And luckily, Real España did get their advancement back with that 4th goal, which most of this game I felt like they needed it. But they definitely did need it because Municipal scored 3 goals and tied the game. Free kick for Herediano. So, no, they didn't have to win. They just had to tie it again. Saved. Well, until Real España scored. '85th minute. I know they're playing the Asian Europa League. What a failure. Maybe Cristiano could actually win a trophy in Saudi for once. What a waste of his career. Dude went to Saudi just to play the freaking Europa. Well, he did play Europa League his last full. Hold on. He did play Europa League with Man United before he left, didn't he? He did, didn't he? Imagine if Messi played the Europa League. Well, he never did. He never did, no. He left Madrid, or he left Barcelona. But he left Barcelona by then. He did get his shit rocked in Champions League a couple of times, though. Knockout stages, of course. But no, he never played Europa League, no. I think the last time Barca played Europa League before they did recently was when Messi was in the academy. And then he left, and then they started playing Europa League. I think they dropped down once, and then... Or were they all drop downs, actually? Were they all third place Champions League drop downs? Were they? I don't think Barcelona ever qualified the Europa League outright. I think every time they played, it was a drop down, wasn't it? At least recently, I should say. At least the past, 3 or 4, like 22 and all that. I think they dropped down, right? That'll never happen again. I don't think they finished low enough in La Liga for them to... Ball crossed in. Oh, no. Header. Shot wide. Be a goal kick for Municipal, or Herediano, I should say. 2 substitutions, 87th minute. Jason Moreno on for Souza. Mencia on. So, 4 goals for Real España. For now, put them through to the next round with a +2 goal differential. Now, playing forward. Top of the box, blocked away, 88th minute. Now, what I will say is, goal differential-wise, even if Municipal were to get scored on and they scored again, still wouldn't be enough to raise their goal differential. Shot over the bar by Herediano, 87th minute. Oh, this one's gonna... Oh, if you're Real España, if they don't make it to the next round, this one's gonna hurt. I think, trust me, I have a bad feeling that they're going to end up like thinking they went through before Municipal scores the winner, and they have to watch it happen before they even walk off the pitch. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Here comes Municipal. Free kick for Municipal. Herediano, you just did the worst thing possible. 89th minute, you just did the worst thing possible. They've already got, 2 goals off set pieces? Good step, but at least they're doing their part. 30 seconds to go. Municipal's already got, what, like 2 goals off set pieces? '89th minute, playing forward. Real España getting to stoppage time. Playing forward. Saved! And out for a goal kick. 4 minutes of stoppage time. 1 more full minute before stoppage time on the other end. 4-0, 4-0. Municipal looking for a winner. That's the only way they advance now. Any draw would still knock them out because right now, Real España still has a higher goal differential, even with the goals scored. 1 minute to go. 3.5. 1+ minute, I should say. Oh, this is going to hurt. This is about to hurt. If you're a Real España fan, this could hurt. Cross in. Header. Goal! Goal! Goal for Herediano! And that should be enough. Real España, as long as they don't allow a goal, will advance. Even an equalizer from Municipal at this point would not be enough unless Sporting scores a goal in 3 minutes' time. Real España, with that goal, unless they allow one, and Municipal still pulls a goal out of their ass, will advance with that. Rubio with another goal. Brian Rubio might have just been the true hero for Real España. How many minutes of stoppage time? 5. 5 over in Costa Rica. We will go till the bitter end. Herediano does not get there. 2 minutes in. Shot save by Luis Lopez. That might have been clutch. Let's find out. That goes out for a throw-in. 2 minutes to go in Honduras. 2 minutes to go in Honduras. Saved. Here's the chance. Shot wide. Crossed across the box, but it just wasn't there. 4 minutes to go. 1.5 minutes to go. Herediano. Blocked away. 1:15 to go. Here comes Municipal. Cleared away. 1 minute to go for Real España's match. Over the top. It's going to go wide, but not out. .30 seconds. Municipal shot, goal. It's 4-4. It's 4-4. 4-4 in Costa Rica. Oh, dear God, no. 3 minutes to go in Costa Rica. But the good news is they have to win. The good news for Real España is with that 4th goal, unless they allow a goal in 10 seconds, Municipal has to score 1 in 3 minutes to advance. They have to win. They have 3 minutes to do it, and it's full time. Real España, as we speak, will advance, but they have 3 minutes to wait. Full time. 4-0, 4-0 Real España. We have 3 minutes to watch. Municipal has to score another goal. If they do not, Real España advance. It's that simple. 2 minutes to go. Real España are sweating right now. Good news is there is a corner for Herediano. And they're keeping it on them because they know. 326, 4-4, 4-4. What a freaking barn burner on the other end of the night. And it still could end up being a big heartbreaker to Real España. We have a minute, and Municipal has a chance to break, and they still can break. And they do not get the ball down the pitch. 1 minute to go. One goal. One goal. There ain't more time for any other goals. If Municipal scores again, this game, it's going to be them. And here's a chance. Perfect timing. Wide. 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 40 seconds to play. Herediano the other way. Wow. 30 seconds to go. Real España will advance as we speak. Offside. Goal kick. 20 seconds to pull a goal out of nowhere if you're Municipal. From one end to the other. 10 seconds. Oh, boy. I did say it'd be a last-second goal if it happened. Cleared away. No free kick. 5 minutes. When will the whistle be blown? When will the whistle be blown? But Herediano's on the ball. That's the good news for Real España. They did their part. Now they have to wait for seconds to tick away. Ball played in. Picked up by the goalie. It's now or never. It is now or never if you're Municipal. When will that whistle be blown? Out for a throw-in. The referee is still letting this game go. Man, I would be pissed. Throw-in for Municipal. Six minutes. Forward. Throw in. It's still going. And it's full time. Real España survives. 4-0 win for them. A 4-4 draw makes sure that Miguelito and Real España advance to the quarterfinals. Municipal miss out thanks to the goal by Souza. Thanks to the goal by Souza and then Rubio scoring at the 90th minute. In the end, Real España advances. So, they will advance. It got pretty sweaty, but they advanced. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share it, friend and family. All that great stuff. And I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And I will see you tomorrow for the prediction of the Leagues Cup final and third place and semifinal recap. And then we'll have 5 streams and 3 reviews on the weekend. Wait, no, 4. 5 streams, 4 reviews on the weekend. State, TFC, F1, Leagues Cup third place, Leagues Cup final. Leagues Cup third place, the only one that just gets a live stream. With that being said, I'll see you tomorrow. See you within the hour. Then I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you. Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Real España and Sporting. Commiserations, Municipal and Herediano. Felicidades, Real España y Sporting San Miguelito. Commiserations. Municipal y Herediano. Now, peace.